Hey guys, it's Daryl here. I came across an interesting clip. It's before Donald Trump was president. I guess it's the Republican primary where he was debating Jeb Bush. Must have been what 2015. It's an interesting clip. He talks about how he thought that Nancy Pelosi. He thought that Nancy Pelosi should impeach George W. Bush. That would have been a good thing. And then he goes on to talk about how George W. Bush lied, got us into Iraq with the weapons of mass destruction, and we should have never had any troops there at all. Uh, yeah, it's an interesting clip. And right now, as he's sending more and more troops to Iraq, and as he just pretty much kicked off a war, with the assassination, and as he himself is getting impeached by Nancy Pelosi. It's an interesting clip. Here, I'll let you guys see it and see what you guys think for yourselves.
In addition to it was a sign of your good judgment. In 2008, in an interview with Wolf Blitzer talking about President George W. Bush's conduct of the war, you said you were surprised that Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi didn't try to impeach him. You said, quote, which personally I think would have been a wonderful thing, close quote. When you were asked what you meant by that, you said, for the war. For the war. He lied. He got us into the war with lies. Do you still believe President Bush should have been impeached?
First of all, I have to say, as a businessman, I get along with everybody. I have business all over the world. I know so many of the people in the audience. And by the way, I'm a self-funder. I have my wife and I have my son. That's all I have. I don't have this. So let me just tell you, I get along with everybody, which is my obligation to my company, to myself, etc. Obviously, the war in Iraq was a big, fat mistake, all right? Now, you can take it any way you want, and it took Jeb Bush, if you remember at the beginning of his announcement, when he announced for president, took him 5 days. He went back. It was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. Took him 5 days before his people told him what to say, and he ultimately said it was a mistake. The war in Iraq, we spent $2 trillion, thousands of lives. We don't even have it. Iran is taking over Iraq with the second largest oil reserves in the world. Obviously, it was a mistake.
So
George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East.
But so you still think he should be impeached?
I think it's my turn, isn't it?
You do whatever you want. You call it whatever you want. I want to tell you, they lied.
Okay.
They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
Okay, all right. Governor Bush.